call him?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Our paraplegic friend might be running towards the phone as we speak.
Charlie, be nice.
Never discount miracles, Karen.
I understand.
What are you gonna? Are you gonna be like bumming me out this whole show?
Are you gonna be stressing me out this whole
They
show?
threw the guy in a fucking nursing home. He can't get any help, and we gotta kind of laugh at it.
No.
So fucking awful.
Hi, this is Brian. I'm not available right now, but don't leave me a message. Send me an email instead at Woodward.
All right, there you. All right, we'll try to get Brian. Let's report Brian.
Yeah, he didn't sound too well.
What up? I'm not really sure. I was offered to come have a drink, and then it turned into a fight, and trying to get guys off me and my brother, and that's the way it is. No hard feelings on my end.
It turned into a fight.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't swinging. There's too many guys.
There's also an allegation, and maybe even some pictures, that you took a urination in the street in front of a number of people.
No, I think I was behind a tent, possibly. I don't know. Let me see a picture. I don't think so. It's no reason to get your head stomped. But like I said,
So there was public urination.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
You don't remember?
What a crap reporter.
I don't remember every time I'm taking a leak. You know what I mean? But no, I don't think I'm standing in the street doing that. I think I'm behind a tent.
So if you were to kind of categorize what went on in that half hour or hour or so, how would you categorize it?
Patty's Day parade. I'm walking it off. I'm leaving it alone, just like that.
Too much to drink?
Probably.
Look, you know about the charges. I mean, somebody's filed a charge.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard yet.
Good luck.
Okay.
Live from downtown Detroit, it's No BS News Hour with my main man, Charlie LeDuff.
Na.
No bullshit!
It's just it, breaking news. Dub or bullshit. Dub or bullshit.
Well,
You epitomized cool in that interview, Charlie. Just calm, unflapped.
well, that was 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. The notorious Patty's Day brawl, right?
Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. The statue.
The Patty's Day pee?
The
A pee.
So urination, perhaps? Was there allegations of a urination? The fuck was that? Take it away from your mouth, bro.
Urination gate.
Yeah, for fucking, let's see. The Peepagon papers. Fuck was that? That was, all right, so it's like 10 years ago. I was at the Patty's Day parade. It ends up in a brawl, and all of a sudden I'm on TV. Right? Mm-hmm. That interview, I never said shit, but statute of limitations is up. I'm going to tell you what the fuck happened. That interview, first of all, is the next day. That interview by Dick Tracy there in his pork pie hat, in his trench coat. Like,
oh, be nice.
Fuck that. Fuck that guy, because he knows what went on. Trying to get some ratings, because bottom of the barrel. I never said shit. But that day, that's Monday. And that's the day, right there, that's lunch break at federal court. Kwame Kilpatrick has just been convicted on a raft of charges. He gets to go away for lunch, come back, and then get sentenced to 28 years in prison. And that guy's coming around asking me, well, there's a little urination maybe? There was a, right?
Should be flattered. That's good. They wanted you to lead.
You were the goodwill piece,
Well,
since the bad news of the, mayor getting convicted. You were the goodwill.
Take advantage of the opportunity. It's like, hey, there's Charlie LeDuff. We got to grab him while we see him.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. That was the one and only time in my television career that I wore makeup. I showed up to work and the boss goes, holy shit, because there's no skin on my nose, and
Why, Charlie? What happened?
Because I got my face ground into the gravels. What happened? So that's ridiculous. So here's the deal. Should I do what comes out on the news first and then what happened, or what happened?
Yes, the news and then what happened.
All right, so the news is like some meathead calls Fox 2 and says, I'm pissing everywhere, and then I bit him like I'm some rabid baboon walking around, flapping his dick around and biting people. I mean, that's how they made it to be. But that's ridiculous. What happened was my brother had lost his job.
Okay.
I had got, is that Brian?
I think it is Brian,
Good.
yeah.
Let's check in. You there, Brian?
Brian, can you hear us?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you
Hey, Brian, we got
just
you.
listen to this show, Brian. We'll get with you, brother. You good?
Excellent.
Okay. Oh, he sounds good too.
He does, yeah.
Great.
And he looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we
your
see
brother,
him?
yeah, we can see him.
Oh,
Okay, don't lose your thoughts. So your brother lost his job.
And I had just gotten back in town on a job, and he called me up, and I go, let's go to the Patty's Day Parade and get a drink, bro. So we do, and yeah, we have a lot of them. And we're walking up and down to burn it off, and a meaty, bald-headed, I think he was a fireman, says, come on into the party. It's a party, it's like judges and prosecutors and firemen and cops, it's a yearly thing, I don't know. And we sit down, and they give us a whiskey and a Guinness. Never forget it, sitting in a chair. And people are coming around because at this time we're popping on Fox too. And it's important to say at this point, I got a book on the bestseller list called Detroit. And I'm talking, and a couple of female cops sit down, and they ask me, hey, listen, the chief was fucking a subordinate, and the assistant chief was also fucking the subordinate. Remember all that drama?
Yes, I do.
I put it all on TV, and the subordinate, she kept the rubber and everything in the freezer.
Ugh.
I know this town is
Weird.
That's a Detroit version of Monica Lewinsky.
Oh my God, that's a Detroit version of Monica Conyers.
No, she never had any issues like that.
No, I know. It's just,
Okay.
that's just.
All right.
Thanks for that.
Keep it accurate. Go ahead.
So I'm sitting there, and the women go, "Well, what do you make of that? What what does that say about all the women who work this really tough job? I mean, what does it say about our statue?" And in a sober moment, I would have said something like, well, it's unfortunate that, you dedicate yourself to a career, you serve the public, and shenanigans like this from the top down, make you all seem suspect, like it demeans the difficult position, right?
But you weren't sober.
No, and I said something like this. You're all whores. Something stupid.
Yeah.
Something stupid, right? Big deal.
It happens.
Liquor talking.
Well, everybody was liquored up. And then, out of nowhere, I told the truth. I don't know whose party it was. I don't want to know. I don't know who the fuck crashed me at that point because I wasn't looking. I was sitting in a chair, and I remember somebody just unloading right here, right across my face, right across my orbital. Knocked me out of the chair. Next thing you know, someone's on top of me, choking me like a chokehold. I'm getting kicked in the ribs. My brother, the guy that said I bit him, right? Mm-hmm. He lays my brother out. Turns out later that I find the next day that these were cops, off-duty cops. They beat the fuck. I mean, strangulation.
Set up, Charlie? Jesus.
Okay, so there was film. I saw the film, and I asked my lawyer, you want the film? He goes, don't fuck with the film. Don't fuck with the film. So this guy, Bill Proctor, right, gets wind of this shit. You must have known what it was. I went to the emergency room, get the checkup, get the photographs. Oh, no, man. Oh, no. And Proctor must have known, because where's he getting the tip? You must have known what it was. And I was told later that people were filming it. I remember the light of a camera as I'm starting to black out. I can't get up. And I just remember, and I'm thinking, I'm going to fucking die. I remember it.
Yikes.
I'm going to die. I can't. There's a bunch of guys on me, right?
Yeah.
And once you get your jugular, you're done, right? And I just thought I was going to die. One guy told me somebody went around related to this party. Remember, statute of limitations over now, and made everybody delete the fucking footage.
Wow.
So when this guy goes, well, there's all urination, I'm like, you know what? No, there was no urination. That's the truth. That's the story. Did I piss earlier in an alleyway? Probably, maybe, whatever. I'm a guy. Whatever. Am I waving my cock around? No. Did I bite somebody? Not that I recall, not at all. But I tell you what, if you're dying, you're going to do whatever. End of that story. Huh. So this is what I get?
Yeah. Well, the pee or urination makes it a better story, right?
Yeah,
I'm just saying that's why he went with it, even if it is inaccurate.
So I
get
I get a call the next day. It didn't bother me. I didn't give two shits. You know, you get caught up in dumb shit, you just turn off your phone.
Pretty simple. But
it wasn't off. And I got a call from a commander, and the commander goes, "Oh, you fucked up." I go, "Yeah." I'll call him Matt, right? How's that, Matt? How'd I fuck up? He goes, "You spit on a cop, and that's assault." I go, "I spit on a cop? I spit on a cop? And did you find crack in my car too? Get the fuck out of here."
That's wild, Charlie.
That's not your style, right? Wrestling, maybe, because, I mean, I've seen you wrestle, but spitting, biting.
There's no mud around, though, Mark. So.
I'm still getting over you got a courtesy call.
Oh, no. No, what it was keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
I said, I ain't saying shit, right? So, you realize there's the charges, says our crack reporter. Somebody's filed charges. I'm like, dude, you think if you faked being a reporter in Murder City long enough, you would know that citizens can't file charges, that citizens can file a complaint,
right?
Which did happen. And what happened with that? I went up to the prosecutor's office, give my statement. We're laying it out, and the power goes out in all of Detroit. Remember that? Remember that big blackout?
Yes,
it just went out.
Yes.
It's like everybody's got to evacuate. The
you pulled the plug, Charlie.
What'd you trip over?
Wow, that's crazy. But that sounded like a setup to invite you in. That sounds suspect.
It was everybody's drinking. It's Patty's Day. Okay, you know, I do that once in a while. Shit doesn't come out right, but my heart's right. Like, you know what I was saying. Like, why don't you just sit there waiting to beat the TV guy up?
But you don't ask an intoxicated person a question to which you want a legitimate or heartfelt answer.
Yeah, Karen, that only applies for sober people. They all intoxicated. So I don't think nobody thought about that.
Yeah, I don't think that was under the right circumstances, but
you know, and if you look at a commander a couple years later is moonlighting at one of the bars during the Patty's Day parade and fucking throws a guy to the ground, puts him in a fucking coma. Maybe I should have said something, but I got to exist in this town. And was that police brutality? No. It was off duty, dumb shit, dumb guy stuff. Now, I will say this. I wrote that book, Detroit, right?
Yeah.
It was on the bestseller list. The next week, it jumped 7 places.
Hey, there you go.
Thank you. It was a publicity stunt.
So your behind beating was worth it, Charlie.
You're like the rapper of book writers.
Yeah, street cred.
Yeah, there you go.
How ridiculous.
I got a call from London, England. This fucker made the papers in London, England.
Wow.
Why?
Bestseller, man. And it's like, well, mate, you had a right piss up.
Right piss up. That sounds much more eloquent than a pee.
Well, a piss up apparently, right?
Yeah.
Now, where's dude that claimed all this shit? Pretty, you know, part 2, part 3, part 4, Dick Tracy over here trying to do some bullshit. By the time he's doing like the 3rd interview with the guy, he's in 2 casts.
Yeah. I watched a lot of them yesterday, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I kind of wondered what happened with it, what occurred with it, because it didn't seem like there was much there from my perspective. Just even watching the show, the news report.
No, it was a lot there. Call Bill. Okay,
Don't start a fight, Charlie.
Yeah, what would that be? What's that hat say? Thug?
Theog?
It's the OG.
Red's hat says the OG.
It says the OG.
THEOG. Thug.
The OG. He's the OG.
Well, you got that at the gas station, didn't you? You did.
Nope, dispensary.
Dispenser. Did they give you you bought that for $4 and they gave you some rolling paper?
No, I bought some weed and they gave me the hat.
You will not find a baseball cap for $4, Charlie, anywhere in this city.
It's inflation that's killing us too. We'll get to that. But that's the story. I mean, I didn't do anything.
Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
It's your anniversary.
Oh,
10 years ago, the statute
Thank
of
you.
limitation
Oh.
expired.
Thank you. Kwame went to prison, got out, got remarried, all of that, and finally.
You can talk about this.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wanted to do what I really wanted to do, and then I couldn't be fucked. Was they get the floats in the Patty's Day Parade?
Yeah.
They had them yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't go, but I wanted to have a porta john on a trailer, and then just every block or so pop out and wave my hands, because I do know they've got porta johns around the place now. They didn't before.
It is easily the most memorable thing from a Detroit St. Patty's Day parade in my mind. So you got that going for you.
What was memorable? That I took a piss, I bit somebody.
Yeah, you went
Just
into the
that you-
news.
that you just ended up on
That
the
it
other side
happened.
of the microphone, Charlie. That's what it was. Because everybody was trying to make you out to be a bad boy anyway. And that just totally aligned with the image that they were trying to paint of you. So, see, here he is. He's fighting in Greektown. He's urinating in the street. He's punching cops.
And
7 points the next day.
You sold
Street
more
cred.
books.
Yeah, you sold more books.
That's the best part about it.
Well, look here. Here is the book, right? So
It's a damn good book.
I mean, if you got Detroit tattooed across your balls, I mean, you got to make some allowances. It's a tough town.
So
Tough time.
that was your rite of passage, Charlie. You pass.
I can't believe I'm trying to find Kwame Kilpatrick coming out of the courthouse for his last free moment, and I'm getting this shit.
Yeah. Well, I believe it.
Dude, the mayor just got sent to prison. A little bit of a pee, perhaps.
But you just happened to be there, Charlie. So he was taking advantage of your availability.
Oh boy. Okay, listen. It is the Detroit's anniversary. That's brought to you by XG Service Group, experts in voice over internet, security cameras, hidden cameras, access control. If there would have been just the
XG,
camera
yeah.
in the alley, I would have been vindicated.
You would have.
Right away.
You would have been able to be the one who, quote, press charges.
I wouldn't have.
File the police,
I never
yeah.
would have. It's all forgiven.
Yeah.
Right? Could you imagine if I was taking a shit in the middle of Michigan Avenue? That's no reason to have your ass beat. None. Think about it.
They'd still be talking about that one today.
Like I'm a rabid baboon. I mean, come on, people.
But Charlie, do you see what it's like when you are accused of something that you know is nothing like what they're accusing you of? I mean, that and it's 10 years later, and it's still there with you.
Pisses you off, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, actually, it doesn't.
Really? The coverage of it doesn't?
The coverage does.
Okay.
Because it was bullshit, and they all knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're any kind of just to be able to hear that story, right? You know who it was, and you ignored it.
I understand. I have some unvented vindication at some point. I understand that very much.
Karen, were you a raving bitch that made the security pull over so you can go buy some Burberry?
No.
Does that still piss you off?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
It does. That whole thing. And there's a reporter that was at the news at the time. If I ever see him crossing the street, my brakes go out, it's coincidental. I mean, seriously, because, yeah, so I understand that. And so, yeah, you it doesn't still piss you off, but it's unfair. And when you're unfairly or unjustly accused of something, yeah, it still kind of sits on your shoulder.
And it's small fucking potatoes.
Yeah, but
everything
still.
going on around here.
Exactly, but still. And because it's small potatoes, why was it such a big deal?
Yeah, I mean, Kwame just got convicted.
Exactly. You got those two things going on. You
Wasn't
know,
as important as you peeing.
Peeing. By the way, men piss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Women pee.
Urinate.
Peeing, piss, urinate.
Okay, listen.
If you stand up, you're pissing. If you're squatting, you're peeing. Oh, God. Look it up. I didn't make that up.
Okay, don't you have something to read in your hand?
Karen, have you ever taken a piss in your life?
Charlie.
No.
No, I would.
No.
Charlie. Oh.
We all do
laughing
it.
over
We all do it.
Where am I?
You're in the jungle, baby.
This is the penthouse.
With a rabid baboon.
We're not supposed to have conversations like this in the penthouse. We moved up from the lower level. Elevate our conversation, please.
It's 313 day. Anything goes.
That's it. ADR experience overseeing more than 250 million in private and public construction projects. Excuse my throat, everybody. Since 2001, ADR competent, reduce your costs, increase your bottom line, saving clients millions. Experts in procurement and government compliance. ADR. Call Barry Ellentuck at 248-318-94244 for a free consultation. Now, it is not only my Patty's Day debacle anniversary, it is the anniversary of the city of Detroit.
It's not the anniversary of Detroit. The anniversary of Detroit is in July. This is just March 13th, which is 313 Day.
What? So it's nothing?
It's not an anniversary.
Okay,
no, it's not
just
when
cancel
Detroit
it.
was founded. It's just 313 Day.
We just cancel this shit then.
No.
Right. So,
What does that mean?
It's just a day, and I've been trying to find out who started it or where it came from. But when Detroit is just celebrated because of its area code, interestingly, at a time when they're talking about no more 313 area codes are available. So no, this is just a celebration. What are you squinting for, Mark? Follow me. You're smart.
No, I get it. I think it's stupid.
It's hipster.
No, it's not.
hipster.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
not. No, it's not.
totally
It's
hipster.
only hipster of people who were pushing product on Detroit that they're not from Detroit and they aren't selling it in Detroit.
It's like that hat Red's wearing.
That is from no.
Yeah.
But you gotta know what it is. You didn't know what it was, Charlie.
If you're the OG, if you are
Do you
the
know what OG stands for?
Og.
No.
It was a Paleolithic god of fire.
Red, we need a segment where you have to do some Detroit lessons so we can let people know what all this stuff is because they don't know.
He does original gangster.
Yeah, I know, man. How do you spell that? With an A?
Not original. Original. O-R-I-G-I.
Gangsta.
Oh, E-R or A. Let's not have that conversation.
Please.
Charlie, don't we have some substance to talk about on this show
No,
today?
Karen, because, you can't bombard people with substance all the time. I just gave you the Patty's Day story.
And I appreciate
I mean,
that.
I expect that to be making the papers tomorrow.
And they may go dig it up again and find out what happened.
I'll call London and find out.
London will be
It's
here.
an anniversary review.
You notice I look almost the same.
I told you
Yeah.
that. You look exactly the same.
I know I was priming that because it was a compliment.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
A little more gray, a little gray.
No, you actually look the same. You should be proud of that, Charlie.
I did do my 100 push-ups and sit-ups this morning.
Did you? Good. It shows. You look the same.
Thank you very much.
But you know what? This is the thing. What were you thinking? Because look at the expression on
I
your
swear
face.
to God, I was like, because number one, here's the thing. You don't run from a fucking reporter. Like, then
Right.
And nothing there. Like, whatever I said, right? But I am thinking, the fuck's wrong with you, dude?
And it shows in your eyes. That's the thing.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong? What? Seriously, why don't you get me afterwards?
Well, you know.
All right, yeah. Anyway, so shout out to my grandpa Jean-Baptiste Chevalier, who paddled in here with Antoine de Cadillac, 1701,
That wasn't until
to
July.
settle this town.
That was July 24th.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, thankfully, give thanks to Alexander Graham Bell for inventing the telephone and thusly area codes,
There you go.
which shows how pointless the whole thing is.
No, Mark.
It really is.
Aw, come on, party poopers.
All right. Well, like in honor of 313 Day, I think we should talk about some good things about the city. For instance, did you know that USA Today did an online poll? USA Today did an online poll, and Detroit was voted best art museum in the United States of America.
Wow.
Saw that.
That people all over America on this online poll said, Detroit, where I go every summer. St. Bart's, good for you. Jamaica, good for you. I'm going to Detroit because the art museum, amazing. Now,
I can barely get up from the traffic.
No, but no. In all honesty, the DIA is a great museum, and Kirby and I talked about this because she's visited a lot of museums across the country. Mm-hmm. So there are exhibits now. Whether or not, and they have a lot of
exhibits.
Oh, forget it. I'm done. I quit.
They have exhibits.
Done. Hey, I'm done.
Do they have concessions?
They actually have a cafeteria downstairs.
No,
they do.
Really? And are there like paintings on the wall?
Yes.
Wow. Fountains? It's a great museum, by the way.
It's an excellent museum, but is it the best?
Well, I would rank up there.
But Detroit's not the destination city that it was voted to be either. So, why not keep it going?
Well, we'll get to that one.
Okay.
Okay, but first, where's this poll come from? USA Today online poll. Mm-hmm. USA Today is Gannett.
Right.
That's the biggest paper. That's the flagship. And the second biggest paper is the
New York Times.
Detroit Free Press.
Free Press. Okay.
In that, so something tells me every time one of these comes out, we've voted the best, that they're putting it in the paper here, and maybe in USA Today, and where else would they be doing it? Jacksonville or something? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got
this
you.
thing's skewed. So, like
most polls are.
So, Kirby, you've been to like lots of museums. You like art museums, huh? Yeah, she said, yeah. She didn't want any traceability here. How about, have you been to the Guggenheim in New York? You like that one? It's really nice. It's really like curly Q. It's like a cake. That one's pretty good. How about the Met? You can go. Cuomo's people. The Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. Mm-hmm. That's the best one, in my opinion. And you get a nice glass of Pinot Grigio on the roof in the summer. It's beautiful.
Don't do that, Mark.
What about
She'll kill you.
What about the MoMA, Museum of Modern Art in New York?
She's been.
That thing's awesome, right?
Yes.
Right? Yep. How about, you been to the MoMA in L.A.? The Museum of Modern Art, Los Angeles, another beautiful one. San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. How about the Getty? You been to the Getty? Oh, now that one's up on the hill. That one is like.
I feel so uncultured.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you raised the culture, right?
Okay.
So that counts.
What about the Art Institute of Chicago? It's top notch. Any other ones? How about the National Gallery?
There you go. Yeah, DC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, okay. So DIA is awesome. I'm glad.
Smithsonian's one too, technically.
Yeah, I would say you're right there. And I will support it with taxes on my home to the day I die. But let's come on, folks.
It's important, but is it the best?
Stop being homers.
Yeah.
Stop being tricked on everything.
Yeah.
Well, we're so desperate for validation. We really are, and we have been. Thirsty, I think, is the appropriate word. And so they're feeding it. It also aligns too with everybody's validation of the narrative that's been pushed. Oh, we're getting better. Everything's fine. The water's colder. The grass is greener. So this is just, okay, let's just add some fuel to the fire.
The Riverwalk is better. The Detroit Riverwalk
is much better.
It's not bad.
We finally took advantage of it as opposed to putting casinos on it as it was once proposed.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's good that we're using it.
It's not bad. It ends up at the Uniroyal site, the brownfield at the end when you go north. And I don't know, it ends at the Joe or the industrial shit by the bridge. That was voted by this online poll as the best Riverwalk in America.
Was that USA Today too? Was that the same one? Oh.
You ever been to San Antonio?
Yeah.
Oh, Google that one.
Love the Riverwalk there.
It's
yeah.
like Venice.
It's really nice.
You know what I mean? Riverside Park in New York, Upper West Side. Grant's Tomb. It's awesome. Or the Hudson River Walkway in Lower Manhattan, or the Brooklyn Walkway in Brooklyn, where you can see the bridges, gorgeous.
I'm a big fan of New Orleans.
On the Mississippi there. The old, what would you call that architecture? That colonial?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm not an architecture
Can't
expert.
make it up.
The Chicago River is pretty hip.
Yes, it is. And it's green this weekend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they dye it green for St. Patty's Day every year.
It's fucking brown every other day.
But again, Charlie, it's like.
What about Savannah, Georgia?
Beautiful. Love that river. La Crosse, Wisconsin has a good one too.
Do they?
Only because I was just there, yeah.
Okay.
It's my 2 cents.
No, I was just saying, again, it's that, we have, our 2 steps are just so major for us that it's like, okay, let's pat everybody on the back. We've finally done something with the assets and the resources that we have. Let's make everybody feel good about it.
Yeah, but Campus Martius is not a top
No, it's not.
20 public square. I mean, not a top 50. And somehow that was voted best.
Yep, there it is, number
It's
1.
not even a square. It's just a little bitty circle in the middle of an already tight street.
Oh, there you are with your technicalities.
Yeah. What are you looking at? Like some horrific skeleton building, 1001 Woodward, like from the 70s. What is that? CompuWare building. A vacant lot that Gilbert won't fix. The Cadillac Tower.
And no people.
Wall Bridge, that green bullshit. What?
You hit the nail on the head there. No people.
But
not
there are no
enough
people. Even driving down, it's like there are no people. But this feeds into, how in school now they're telling kids, okay, if everybody gets a certificate. No, if you lose or you don't win or you don't get an A, you should not get a certificate. This is the same thing.
Well, we just got 3.
Did you earn it though, Mark?
Bryant Square Park, New York City.
beautiful.
Battery Park, New York City. Central Park, New York City. Boston Commons, Boston. San Francisco City Square. Pike Place in Seattle, Washington. Jackson Square in New Orleans. The National Mall.
Yeah.
Savannah, Georgia again.
Yeah.
I'd
rather be in any of those places.
Hey, I ain't dogging it, man. This is my home. I love it.
But be honest.
Do not fuck with me.
But be honest though. I mean, that's like telling somebody that you find unattractive that they're beautiful.
Oh, the most beautiful.
Or the most beautiful.
I wouldn't have a problem if they put us 10th. I mean, that'd be nice.
Mark, you're beautiful.
I know. Thank you.
Leave Mark alone.
I'm the most beautiful. And handsome.
Have you lost some weight in your neck?
No, I've been adding on to it.
Oh, just stick your chin out. It's gone. Just walk around like this.
As opposed to that.
What is wrong with you all?
So much.
Okay, so that's the bullshit. Like I'm writing about. I'm trying to get it formulated. Like this Duggan State of the City speech about like the billions we're giving away to these billionaires are not giveaways.
It's my column tomorrow.
Is it?
Oh, good preview.
We are doing shit like we're like symbiotic. You're on Tuesday, I'm on Wednesday.
We think differently, but we think alike.
Yeah,
we do. And people always say, "How do you and Charlie get along?" It's like I respect the fact of who Charlie is, and like you said at the early part of the show, I know Charlie's heart. He's eccentric, he's fearless, and you have a different approach, but your heart is in the right place.
Wasn't this about our minds?
Yeah, our minds too. We think alike.
As long as I think like you, my mind's in the right place. I get it. But yeah, I mean, we give GM $3.5 billion just to stay here, right? In the last economic collapse. And they're going to guarantee us some jobs. We give them $1 billion for their battery plants in Lansing and stuff. I don't even know how much we gave for the Hamtramck plant. We're giving these people their profit, and then what do we get? After the promises, there won't be layoffs. What did they drop last Friday?
Voluntary
buyouts. And if we don't get enough volunteers,
you're going to get laid off.
Right? 58,000 American workers.
Yep.
58,000. About 40,000 of them live here in Michigan. What? No, I'm no homer for this company anymore. I'm homers for the people that work for them. I'm homers for the people that, make their living there. I don't even want to say the stockholder. I probably am, but we're just being hustled.
But think about, too, the story you did, Charlie, when you guys actually went down to the GM building. It was empty. Like people keep forgetting you're building all this stuff. You're making all these promises. We aren't rebuilding the population, which was an early promise of this administration. Yeah. There are no people that are coming, and the people that are here are trying to figure out how to leave. The stability isn't there.
And this mayor sits there and he quotes stats like 7% unemployment. When you know 40% of adults dropped out of the workforce. This is no miracle. Or he talks about skyscraper, moves on. Or he talks about the Detroit district. We gave money and property. And we're giving more and more. They don't have a list of what this costs us because they don't want us to know.
That's what they said.
But we know Michigan gives out more cash than any state. You know that from this program. And you know from this program, when you go through the comprehensive annual financial review, thank you, the CAFR report. Some of us do like to go through that you'll find out that of our peer cities, we lose more taxes of this bullshit than Memphis or Columbus. You know what I mean? We're dying out here, and you're pretending it's all working, and you're seeing the international banking system because it starts here.
Yep.
It's rumbling. It's starting to collapse. We got to bail these fucks out too.
It's like bad money after bad money. It's continuous. It just never stops, and we the ones paying it out our pocket in the end of the day and not getting no return on it.
And many people feel that despite having to pay out and create these things, and you'll see this based on the lady I talked to for the column yesterday, a lot of people don't feel like any of it is to their benefit.
I did the calculation. We emerged from bankruptcy in 2014. So the first year out of bankruptcy, adjusted for inflation, we had higher revenue, higher tax collection than we do in 2023. We had less tax collection in 2019 than we did in 2015, but still more than 2023. You get it? The only way to grow, the only way a city functions is through property tax. And we don't have it. 10% of our tax, our revenue for our budget is from fucking property tax. New York's is 55%.
Wow.
This is voodoo. I'm telling you. You can see, you can feel it now.
But see, Charlie, this is a little bit off, but that's also another one of your strengths. Your degree in economics and your ability to be able to sort through numbers. Everybody else looks for somebody else's interpretation of the numbers, and then they repeat it. That's different. You know, when I called you the other day, you were like, "I'm going through." You were talking. I was like, "Okay." But that's your thing, though. I'm just saying you're able to do that. Not everybody is able. Not everybody is willing. Not everybody is committed. That takes a lot of work. You know, I mean, it takes a lot of thought and the ability to discern between all the stuff that you're being told and those things that either support or counter what you're being told.
Right.
Therein lies something that just as you were talking, it just hit me. I was like, that's what it is. It's your economics degree.
Do you see the miracle up there near the Normandy, bro? Between Ferndale and downtown, do you see the miracle?
What miracle? I mean, they put a Myers in. They got a little strip mall, but I don't see no major miracle happening.
That Myers is
Do you know
trash.
the city gets more of its tax revenue from the casinos than it does from property tax?
I can totally believe it.
In a city where we pay the highest property tax in America?
Yeah, we have no resident. You can't collect from somebody in here.
When you're building a brand new fucking building, you know, with the Headley Act, they cap your shit, right? But when you build something new or buy something, it's uncapped. We're missing all this revenue, and they're pretending like nobody wants to invest.
But it's the new and shiny that is the distraction. And so people are saying, oh, we got this new building, we've got this new whatever. And that's supposed to justify or allow you or encourage you to overlook the fact that there's nothing substantial holding it up.
Now let's go to this. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, and on top of that, all the new shiny buildings are damn near empty. They're not
empty.
putting nothing in them. They just new, shiny, empty buildings, which was explained to me by you, Charlie, again, that they get to even make money off of that.
Yep, it's not
Claiming
based
the
on
loss.
occupancy.
You get to claim depreciation every year, even if it appreciates in value. That's the tax law. That's the Trump law. That's how it goes. So, another thing they did was they told us, hey, if we redo the personal injury protection on the car insurance is too high. So what we're going to do is allow you to have less coverage, and that'll bring your bill down. Not that you're going to get the same coverage for less. You just can forego your coverage if you hurt yourself or get hurt in a car accident, right? For years, that was the law. Like, all your needs will be taken care of. So they sold it to us like we're going to save money. They knew they were going to throw the injured people off.
Yep.
And then they did big business, the insurance companies, a big favor where they could play us all. Now, Brian Woodward, are you on the phone, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, the connection's kind of bad. Keep talking. Let me see if I can hear you. Where you at, Nan?
I'm at the University of Michigan Hospital.
What you getting? You look a little raggedy. What's going on with you?
Yeah, that comes from not living at home because of the no-fault law.
How'd that work out? I mean, I know how, but some people listening might not know this, bro.
Yeah, well, I was working as a contractor to Ford Motor Company. The no-fault law took place and cut half my benefits, and I had to lose my job and couldn't live in my house because I couldn't pay my caregivers, and got put in a nursing home, and nursing home didn't take care of me good enough, so I ended up in the University of Michigan Hospital trying to get things so I can go back to a nursing home. And that's great.
So you're like doing poorly, and that's why you're in the hospital to see if they can revive you and then send you back to the hellhole you live in.
Yes, that is correct. I am doing poorly, and I was doing wonderfully through the old no-fault law. But the new no-fault law is, when they reformed it, they failed us. They failed the Michigan people, actually, because there's a lot of people out there that don't know what will happen to them once they hit a catastrophic crash, because they're going to get put in a nursing home and with not a whole lot of hope for the future.
Don't worry, people don't die in nursing homes, I'm told, in Michigan.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So the Supreme Court just heard your case, whereby the appellate court has held up that anybody that was previously covered under the old law should continue to have their coverage. Is that correct?
It shouldn't have been retroactive. That's what the appellate court applied to us at all.
Right. So let's hope the Supreme Court will come back with the decision. Hopefully they're going to uphold that, and we'll know sometime in June, right?
Yes. If they mandate that, we're looking for that they will do, and then I'll be able to get some caregivers and get back home, because my home's just sitting there waiting for me to come back.
I want to just point out to the audience, thanks for your patience with the reception, because it's not like Brian can get up and go look for a better spot to stand in. You understand?
Charlie.
Yes.
But you know what? I want to say this. Remember the last time we talked to Brian? I mean, he has the best spirit of anybody that we've talked to. But can you tell the difference you can tell that he has not been cared for in the same way. Brian was energetic. He was laughing. He was
shaving.
He was pushing back on your terrible jokes. I mean, all of those things. And you can tell he's just not 200% himself. And I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. I mean, I really am.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that's why we called you, brother, because we love you, man, you know?
But I'm like Mark, too. I'm putting on a few extra pounds.
Well, you know what's fucked up?
You still have way
There
more.
he is.
Your neck is skinnier.
I don't know. Mine's 19 and a half. What's yours, Mark?
Like 29. I don't know.
Okay, wait a minute. Do me a favor. Red, if you can give me a split screen where we can look at Mark's neck and Brian's neck.
Do we have to do that?
Yeah.
Why not?
And in Mark's defense, he is a narcoleptic.
Is that really much? That's not much of
Hey,
a defense.
take me out of that.
Let's get that shot for me.
There's
please.
a 4 shot there. I don't know if that'll.
No, I need a 2
Nope.
shot.
Just-
You and Brian, let me see it.
All right, let me work
Where's
on
it?
it.
Yeah,
Mark and Brian.
I need to work on that.
You need to work on it. It's 2 buttons.
Says the person on the other side of the board.
I wish it was 2 buttons.
Well, that's great.
Why he's setting that up? Just a small anecdote here, Charlie.
But
See
Brian,
my editing equipment, and
Brian,
realize
I want to
it's
make
not
sure
2
you
buttons.
don't lose your spirit and your hope, Brian. I really, I hope that they don't take that away from you.
No, they can't take my hope.
Good.
That's for sure. And my faith, they can't take that either because that's in Jesus Christ. So
Good.
I'm good there.
Brian said he wants some American Coney Island. He was looking forward to coming down and having lunch with us today, but he's still in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Just send him a Coney kit.
How do you eat a coney, Brian? You're a quadriplegic. How would you even eat a coney dog?
I make somebody very jealous while they're feeding me.
Okay, well this is important though. This is important. You could tell this is a vivacious and lovely brother of ours, and he needs help to hold a hot dog, ladies and gentlemen. And we did this to him. It's unconscionable to me. You know what I mean? I might not be the nicest person, but I know that's wrong.
Yeah, it is.
And I want to ask you, Brian, what are they telling you it's going to be any changes, or what are they telling you to expect in the future with this?
We told you it was the Supreme Court that's going to decide.
But then you think about even when the decision is rendered in June, it's going to take time. You think about people that have fallen out of the workforce, the fact that finding caregivers was already a challenge.
That these centers that took care of people like Brian closed down.
They've closed down. So that gap is also going to have a negative impact as well.
Fucked up. No.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Karen, because the home care companies, there's so many of them went out of business, and their employees had to find different jobs, so they're kind of sticking with those other jobs and not coming back to a home care business. And we're kind of scrambling to see if we can get some of those back to get started again. And we're still kind of we're pretty positive about the Supreme Court, but there's always an if there.
Yep.
Right.
Hey, who dyes your hair?
This is all natural.
Is it really?
He's jealous, Brian.
So jealous.
Charlie's
I'm
jealous.
too.
Well, I got more of it, so I'm not that jealous.
But his is black. Yours is gray.
His is black. It's jet black.
Yeah. My forehead's getting taller though.
Brian, you need a TikTok. I really think that seriously, I think you need to talk to somebody about that.
Well, I do have a TikTok out there.
Do you really? You got a TikTok? Oh, wow.
Yeah, a bunch of dancing videos, I'm sure.
Charlie.
Yeah, there's only about 5 of them, but they're out there.
Okay, we're gonna have to look Brian up on TikTok.
Hey, Brian, are you
it's
here?
under four-wheel Bry.
4-wheel Brian. Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
I'm writing that down. Yeah,
Not Brian.
I
just
actually
Bry.
got to write that down.
just
I'm
Bry.
sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
Bry.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, Brian, we'll keep in touch. Let us know when you get out. We'll meet down here for some dogs. Okay, bro?
good.
Brian enjoyed when you came up there and brought him all the stuff.
I was going to come up today,
yeah,
but
he really enjoyed that.
I was going to be in there today, but it kind of Karen dissuaded me from such a thing.
Yeah, that was great when you came up to Special Treat.
Yeah, we had a ball that day.
He was happy. And
It
he
was-
had some
it
secret admirers that were hiding around the corner trying to
Oh,
take pictures.
stalkers, huh?
Yeah, now let me just, in that case, that whole luncheon for the whole home and facility was brought to you by
American
Grace
Coney Island. Yep.
Caros at American Coney Island.
Yeah.
Really spectacular person.
She is.
Really gives back to this community and
Without
has
batting an
some
eye.
of the best commercials out there, like this one.
I don't know why I'm in the desert in my underpants. I don't know why these wolves are following me, but I need sausage. A good wiener is hard to find, so make sure you treat it kind. Sausage. You may run with a pack, but everything ain't meant to be said. Sausage. No need to cross the desert. No need to cross 8 Mile. Who these wolves be? Get back, bitch. Sausage. Order a Coney kit directly to your door at AmericanConeyIsland.com.
So we got to look at next and red stomach.
Yeah,
At lunchtime, no less.
Get the next shot together. I just want, before we wrap up, there's a lot going on economically in this country. And Thursday, tune in. We're going to do an economic special. One of the former managing directors of USB. It's a very big firm, right? And of course, our socialist professor of economics, Richard Wolff,
Yeah, that's gonna.
who grew up in Akron but talks with a Bronx accent. I can't understand it. But
I put my glasses on.
Two brilliant minds. But here's what's going on with Silicon Valley Bank and the contagion that they're trying to hold out here. It's pretty simple. Banks make money. You put your money in, then the bank invests it and makes money. They got to put it in some safe stuff. They don't speculate. So what they do? They bought long-term treasury bonds, 10-year bonds. Those things were given like 1% interest, right? And this, even the New York Times is saying it now. But because of the ridiculous American Recovery Act, a $2 trillion sugar jolt to the economy, inflation starts to run away. The Fed says, we got to raise interest rates to lower economic activity so you can't afford to borrow money. When the Fed raises rates, the price of bonds goes up. You demand more interest. Currently, a 2-year bond is going for 4.5%. So the bank saddled with 1%. You can get 4.5%. So naturally, the depositor's like, hey, yo, dude, you're giving me 1/2 of 1%. I want my fucking money. We can't get your money. It's tied up in the bonds. Well, I want it now. So what does the bank have to do? They have to sell those bonds. $1,000 bond and 1% interest is $1,010. But now interest is 5. So that's $1,050.
It's underwater, yeah.
So why the fuck would I want to buy your bond? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll buy your bond, but I'm going to make my 50. So you can sell the bond to me for $960. Follow me so far?
Mm-hmm.
So the bank's now got to take a $40 bath times that by fucking trillions. Get it?
Yep.
So now what's the Fed going to do? Inflation's still going up. Banks are locked into these long-term instruments. We're in my mother called me today. Good morning, honey. I'm sorry to bother you so early in the morning, but can you explain to me what a basis point is? My mom, 80-year-old pensioner, alone in her house. The TV's freaking her out. I'm talking nothing, meltdown, bank collapse.
Yep.
That's why she enjoys the blackouts. Peace of mind.
Probably
right. Exactly.
You're
50
right.
basis points. I go, a basis point is 100 basis points is $1. It's 1%.
Mm-hmm.
And a basis point is a penny, right? So it's 1/100 of 1%.
Okay.
So 100 basis points is 1%. 1 basis point is 1/100th of a percent. That's all. That's what it means. So is the inflation still going up? Didn't work what the Fed did. Are they going to raise interest rates again? Because if they do, then all the shit the banks are holding is even more worthless. What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know, Charlie.
You want to know what to do? Listen to me. I went to my bank about 4 weeks ago, and I'm like, I thought I was clever because I went about 8 weeks ago, and I got into a new CD. They're giving me 2%.
Mm-hmm.
The average CD in America gives you 1.5%. I'm getting 2. I call my guy that manages my money in New York. He goes, I can get you 4.67. How can you get me fucking 4.67, motherfucker? I go to my bank. I go, pull it. I want to pull it. Pull it.
And they said,
we'll give you 4.8. 4.8. I'm like, you can negotiate your interest rate?
Didn't know that.
And the guy says, everything's negotiable.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
What kind of bank are you dealing with?
I just made 280%.
Just by the threat of pulling.
Just by
it's called leverage, right?
Because I didn't notice, but they're all worried we're gonna pull our shit.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Charlie.
Yeah.
They're willing to promise you more to keep you from pulling right now.
Yeah, because they're not they're not paying much at all. I mean, just I mean, they're not. And so it's like, okay, what's the advantage? And Kirby's been talking about this for some time in terms of the banks and where your money should go, where it should be. We've talked about it here on the show. And whether you have, a decent amount of money, a very little bit of money, whatever, this is a conversation we all need to have.
Yeah.
We do. Like, what next? Because how does it impact everybody? And it does.
We're smaller people. I'm going to say it again. Come on, this is brotherly community advice. Whether you got $100,
Charlie.
Yeah, bro.
Can I speak the MCCA with the no phone?
What? His connection's crap. Your connection's crap.
The MCCA.
The MCCA.
No, we're not doing that. He wants to do MCA. He wants to give a shout out.
He wants to say something about them. Let him say it while he's there.
But his connection shit.
Well, that's because you're talking over it.
No, it's not. It's because his connection is shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The reception is. But the MCCA gave away that $400, and they gambled our money in the stock market, lost another 20%. So now they want to have everybody pay more for auto.
Okay, pause it there. I got it. the basically the insurance fund, that no fault fund with the $20 billion
that we pay into.
They lost an ass in the market. Everybody's losing that ass in the market. So now, when our rates are supposed to go down, they're actually going up. Is this right? Nod your head, bro.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's that. Indeed. But here's what you can do. Up to $10,000. Get the I bond. I is for inflation. They will pay you 1% plus the rate of inflation. So currently, an I bond is yielding about 7% interest. You can sell it after 1 year with a slight penalty.
What's slight?
It is the last 3 months of interest.
Okay.
At 7%, you're a winner. Okay? After 5 years, there's no penalty whatsoever, and you can let it play out for 30.
Okay.
It's a fucking winner. Do it. But we will fully explore the macroeconomic outlook for the United States. And don't forget, Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
8 o'clock.
Big day.
Andiamo Showroom here in Warren, Michigan. White Boy Rick Unplugged, featuring yours truly as the moderator.
Any tickets left?
Very few. Check it out. Go to andiamoshowroom.com or Ticketmaster.
Or just show up, and I'm sure they'll. If you have money in hand, they'll find you a seat.
They'll bust a couple tables in. Right. It should be good.
It will be good. Yeah.
Yeah. You going?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Yeah.
Man, I've been working my ass off trying to.
I know you have.
Trying to get his people to get us some video clips. Couldn't get him to do it, so I got my people to do it.
Yeah.
I'll be in
There's the OG that just walked in the room.
All right, thanks for that. All right, anyway. Thanks for being here, Brian. Love you, dude. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Brian. Take care. We'll be in touch.
Sorry.
I think he said I love you too.
God, that's...
He needs to get home so he has a better internet connection in the hospital.
Get home so you get a better internet.
He thought he was going to go home yesterday, so he's
Oh,
trying.
good. Okay.
And whatever you're doing with that neck, just email Mark and give him some workout tips.
I finally got that 2-shot for you.
Oh, do it.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, he looks better.
And on that note,
wait a minute. Look at this.
What?
Wait, move the mic. Look, go ahead. Go ahead, Brian. Mark,
What?
he looks better than you.
I know he does.
Oh, my God.
I got to get off that shot.
boy, you missed it.
I'm going to be over there Good Friday and lay some hands on you, brother. Keep the faith. You never know.
All right.
That's true. You don't. You never know.
All right, everybody. Peace. See you Thursday.